Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today, following the last video I uploaded, I'm going to be talking about getting gum disease at the ripe old age of 24, why that happened, and why I hadn't gone to the dentist in about 12 years. So starting off with that, I hadn't been to the dentist in like over a decade. My mom did what she could to make sure that I went to the dentist, and they did have like the dentist come to school every now and then and do cleanings when you're younger, and just kind of, I think around middle school is when we stopped having like dental coverage. And so I didn't go to the dentist anymore. My mom didn't go to the dentist anymore. Found out my dad has been going to the dentist. So that's where some of this story has a little bit of an emotional underlining for me. This like whole past 5 years who have been very emotionally crazy, if you will. Back to my face. So I was fortunate enough where I work, I was able to be promoted, and that was something I never saw for myself. It was a really, really nice thing that had happened. I wasn't expecting that somebody would want to put me in a promotion, so I became an assistant manager, and before that, I had signed up for the insurance at my work, the health insurance. And it just all kind of hit me that, crap, this insurance is more than my last insurance. I didn't know I was a policy holder on my other insurance plan because I had my dad paying for it, and I didn't know I was on a completely separate policy. So I went with my work's policy, finding out later I didn't need to change, and being like, crap, now I'm going to have this bill every month. I'm a waitress. I'm going to have to remember to make sure I have funds in the bank for this. This is more expensive than what I was planning. But whatever, I guess I'll make it work. And 3 weeks later, I ended up getting promoted. That is taking care of my dental payments, and has given me a discount on my overall health insurance, which is fantastic and great timing. Universe does funny things like that. So it took me a couple of months to, get my, like, the finding doctors and everything. And so around, I think it was beginning of February, somewhere in February. Yeah. Around like the February time, because it's before I went to Mohegan. Okay, yeah. So around there, I had my first dentist appointment. I expected to have a normal appointment. Getting the x-rays done. I hadn't gotten x-rays done in so long. I didn't remember how like painful they are with the things that they shove in there. I pretty much knew I didn't have any cavities, and I don't have any cavities, which is great. I don't really know what triggers cavities to necessarily happen, but I don't have any, so that's good. But I did get news that I was not expecting, which was that I have full-blown gum disease. As soon as I heard that, I was like, okay, let's go ahead with treating it then, because my dentist was like, you are beyond getting a cleaning, and she showed me on the x-rays and everything that this is where the plaque is. If you wait a few more years, it's going to be into your into your closer to your bone, if not at your bone. That's really bad. You have gum disease. It's not something that we are preventing anymore. It would be something that we are treating. And so we looked at my insurance. I was going to be covered for the procedure to get my gums all taken care of. It ended up being a 3-step process because we didn't have enough time to do both quadrants in one day, because we started that day. I went into the dentist expecting to have a normal visit, a kind of, hey, it's been 12 years, how's my face, to getting treatment for a disease that I had no idea I had. And I kind of had a little bit of an idea what was going on, that I must have needed like a good deep cleaning, because one, I really didn't floss. I like lied and said I floss once a month, which is such a lie. I noticed that like sometimes when I would brush, I would have a little bit of bleeding going on. I noticed it was hard to keep, especially my front teeth, white longer. They always kind of like towards the base had a yellowish tinge to them, and I just thought I needed to whiten. I just thought it was my coffee or drinking wine was staining my teeth or something. Nope. So she proceeded to then have another assistant come in, and they went to go measure my gums. Measuring your gums is not supposed to hurt. Measuring your gums only hurts if you're inflamed, and I was very inflamed. I did not know what she was using to measure my gums. She told me that, I'm going to be listing off numbers, and like I'm just going to go front, back, top, bottom of all of your teeth. So I knew what was going to happen, but I didn't know what she was using to do that. To me, it felt like that metal thing that you use to push back your cuticle, how it kind of has a like curved shape like your fingernail. And it felt like something metal going around each of my teeth, each tooth. It was excruciating. I was fighting back tears. I didn't want to be a big baby. I didn't know exactly what was going on because I can't see. I have the lights in my eye. I can really, when I open my eyes, I can just really see just her hand. And it wasn't until like towards the end where I was starting to not be able to really take it anymore, but she was able to finish, and she broke the news of like, your teeth are really, really in bad shape. When she was like not shouting, but she was saying the numbers, most people's gums are like a 2, 3 at the most, for how far this instrument can go into your gums, because there's always like this little space. Mine was 4, 5, 6. That's really bad. That's how far away my gums were from my actual teeth. And what she was using was this very, very, very small yellow and black lined pick. It was so small. Most people don't even like realize that it's happening. They just kind of feel it a little, but it was excruciating pain for me. So after having that and then finding out how bad my mouth has gotten over these years, I started to cry in the office. I was like, I'm really sorry. I was like, it really did hurt, but also too, I'm really thankful that I can take care of this now. I didn't want to say to her, I'm feeling a lot of resentment that my teeth were not a priority, and that hurt me. I've been an adult for a while. It's making me emotional now. I just thought I was fine. I was like, I'm not old. I don't really, I don't like, you don't think about those things when you're younger, that I really need to get this done. And a lot of people that I know go to the dentist every 6 months. I don't hear about people my age going through things like this. It just never occurred to me. I was like, I brush my teeth twice a day. I use mouthwash. I'm fine. No, I was not at all. So after I calmed down, I went back in the chair, and she was like, okay, I'm going to put like the numbing cream on you first. And she did, I have to say, she did an incredible job. I've never had Novocaine before. I've never even had numbing cream on me before. I had the glasses on me, my little sunglasses, and she was like, okay, don't open your eyes, and just think about the bad weather that we're getting. Like, think about something else. And I'm thinking to myself, what is she doing? Because I can't see. My eyes are closed. I figure that she tells me to close my eyes just because, you know, eventually there's going to be stuff splattering out, I'm assuming. And so I'm kind of sitting there wondering what she's doing. I'm not feeling anything around. And it was kind of crazy, like, feeling my numb lip. That was really weird. And then all of a sudden I go, I'm going to open my eyes and see what she's doing. So I open up my eyes and she's literally going in with the huge Novocaine needle. And I go, and then I just feel it go in. And it really didn't hurt, especially compared to getting my gum scraped. I was like, I think I can take on anything right now. So I'm feeling the fluid go into my gums. Aren't you happy you don't have a true visual for this? Just my lovely storytelling. And then she sits me back up. She's moving this around and everything, moving it around. And I start, like, feeling this whole, like, it's almost like you could feel, like, the exact line of when it stops if you've never had this done before, or Novocaine in that area. And so it worked. After a couple minutes, I felt myself go numb, and we were ready. And the worst thing about getting my gums scraped was honestly the sound. It is like nails on the chalkboard. It's metal scraping up against your teeth and going in your gums. It's not a nice sound at all. But she was fantastic. I don't know if my dentist will ever see this, but she was so amazing. Just like another wave kind of hit me a little. And I'm really thankful that she was proactive. She was caring. She, you know, was like, let's do this. We can do this. Let's get you better. So I had that all happen, and then I had to go to work like 2 hours later. So I was still like this, and like the first time I went to go put on chapstick when I got back into the car, because my mouth has been open forever, just drying out, and I went, I could just like feel like this like weird, almost like not tingle, just the numbness in that area, and it took a few hours to wear off. And I was driving home, and I filmed a clip that I'll put at the end of this video of me fresh out of the dentist and my kind of first like feelings after that. It is emotional. It's short but emotional. Kind of also too why it's taken me a long time to get this content out, just because I wanted to be in a better place where I can get through telling this story without actually crying. So I went in another time after that to get the top part done, and then I went in a third time to get both the bottom and top done, because my insurance would only let you do 2 at a time. So it was just, you know, so I go back in, and especially when we went to go do this side, so this obviously was the longest visit because it was both up and down. Getting the Novocaine on this side, she had to do it twice. And she said too, sometimes one side is more affected than the other. And I did not want to feel a thing, because I remember when she was around here on the front teeth, how I could start to kind of feel it. It was so gross. Oh my God. Yeah, so she had to do it twice because I could feel everything. And I was like, this isn't working. And so when she went up on this side, she like really like went up there. I was like, oh, I guess this is what it's like when you get like Juvederm or something, when they're like pumping you up. And yeah. So yeah, went through it for the last time. And when I was in between getting this part done and this part done is when I filmed that last video. That's how long it's been. And I had finally posted it, and I really liked that video. I thought it was kind of funny. So if you haven't watched it, please go watch it. And it's all about my new dental routine. So now I definitely take my dental care much more seriously. I'll be seeing her again in June. And I wanted to share this story, especially because take care of yourself, especially when it comes to things like that, preventative care. Also, kind of dealing with stuff from your past, and especially with what I'm going through right now, which I have not talked about online, is all based around my family. And so having an experience like this where it really pulls out a lot of baggage right out of you, like, yeah, you just pulled up to the airport and you're like, oh, here's my baggage, let me get out. And then you get to your hotel and you open up all the baggage and there it is. Let's put that away. Oh my God. So I'm in the midst of putting away all my baggage and finding a nice spot in my closet for it. It's hard to go through things like this, especially when you're not expecting it. And just disappointment and resentment come right out of you and you start crying in your dentist's office. I've been under so much stress that, like, right now it still kind of hurts, but oh my God, my face was so swollen the past 24 hours because I'm having like TMJ issues where it's this muscle right here. If I start to, especially if I start to eat, like, I haven't really talked all day. This is the most I've talked all day. It just inflames and starts going up, like, right up into my ear. So now I'm dealing with that because of stress. I used to grind my teeth when I was a kid. And yeah, my body, I can't really handle stress because it gets me going so much because of having the ADHD too. I'm not really great at regulating my emotions, so it comes out physically for me. So that has been going on. So what a wild ride for my mouth. And yeah, take care of yourself. If you have any questions or if you are about to go through this procedure, feel free to leave a comment. I pretty much get no comments, so if you say something, I most likely will reply. Yay. Also too, a little, where did I put it? Little update to my mouth care. I have started using the Crest Pro Health clinical alcohol free, which is huge for me. Their most advanced rinse ever, reduces plaque, even prevents plaque regrowth, helps prevent and even helps reverse gingivitis in 2 weeks, which I had beyond gingivitis. Like, I needed help. So this is what I'm using now. Isn't she beautiful? I think she's great. I think I like this more than the last mouthwash I had. I feel it in my mouth a little longer, and I feel like it's really kind of getting in there. Yeah, so after I film this, I'm going to talk to you about my planner and how I'm trying to help to get my life together. All right, see you in a bit. Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow my Instagram at JinelleBB. My Poshmark is Jilly203, which I've got to get the rest of my stuff on there. Oh my God. Take care of your face, and I hope you would like to see my face again, and I would love to see your face in the comments. Bye! So, hello. I just got done my first dentist appointment in like 12 years. Turns out I have gum disease, And so we worked on this bottom right quadrant of my mouth. I'm at a roundabout. Here we go. You can do it. And so I'm quite numb. We didn't have time to do 2 quadrants, so we just did 1. Yeah, so it went from being just my first checkup to I'm getting numbing cream and Novocaine and getting tartar removed. I also am very, very, very lucky. My dental insurance covers 100%, which is like really rare. I just got this insurance. Back in October, I had to start paying for my own insurance, so I got insurance through work. And I didn't really know like what it meant. I never had dental insurance before. My mom had it when she worked at a hospital, so I got my cleanings done and stuff like that until I was like 12. And that's when she stopped working there. And then my dad never put me on dental insurance, and even though he's been going to the dentist. So now I have gum disease. So, but we're working on it. My dentist was awesome. I also cried. It's just been a lot going on. Now I'm crying again with a quarter of my mouth numb. So I'll talk to you again when I am less numb and talk to you about my experience. And yeah, all right. See you later.